Hey, this is a quick video on mounting a physical image that is saved as an expert witness file, or better yet known as the in-case evidence file, or an EO1 file. And we're going to go over two commands that will mount a EO1 file. Those commands are mount underscore ewf.py and ewfmount. Alright. So first thing you need to do is you just need to navigate to the directory where your image is stored. Alright, and both the mount ewf Python script and the ewf mount commands, they both will handle single EO1 files and also split files. So in this case I have two files and they are split. As you can see by the one is named EO1 and the other one is named EO2. So before you can use either command, you have to elevate your privileges. So I'm just going to sudo su. Alright, and to use the command is basically just the command. So the first one I'm going to use is the mount ewf command. And then you just give it the first EO1 file. And then you give it the directory where you want to mount that particular file to. So when you mount it, it's going to give you an actual raw. It's going to turn it basically into a DD formatted image file or a raw image file. So I got it. All right, and let's see what's in that directory now. All right, so in that directory is a file called ewf1, and just to understand what that file is, let's just use file, and you can see that it's a Microsoft Windows XP image file, and it starts at sector 63. All right, so now that we have the raw image file, we can now mount that file. But before you mount it, the first thing you need to know when you're mounting a physical image, since it has different partitions in the image, you have to know exactly which partition you want to mount. And to know that, you have to understand how many bytes are in a sector and where the starting sector is of the partition you want to mount. You can find all that out from a tool within the sleuth kit called MMLS. So we're going to use that, MMLS. We're going to use file that we just mounted. So here we see that there are 512 bytes in a sector, and we see that the NTFS partition right here starts at sector 63. So to calculate the offset of that particular NTFS partition, you just need to multiply the number of bytes per sector, which is 512, times the starting position of the partition, which is 63. So that number ends up to be 32256. So you need to remember that in your mount command. So now that we have all the information we need, we can mount the image. So in this case, since we're mounting a physical image and we already calculated the offset, there's no need to specify a type. So I'm just going to go straight to my options. Option, I want to do read only. I'm going to do a loop back device. Here I'm going to specify the offset, which we already calculated, which is 32256. Then I want to show system files. And I also want to use alternate data streams. All right. And then we specify the raw image that we have. So and then we want to specify where we want to mount this image, where we want to mount the NTFS partition at. So in this case, I'm going to do it in the Windows mount directory. And there it is. So we've mounted the drive. So we're mounting that NTFS partition, the main partition of this Windows XP image. See, we got all the users. We got Devin user, Gene, John. All right. So now to go over the other command, the ewfmount command, just going to unmount the Windows and the raw image file that I mounted previously. Alright, just to make sure that it's unmounted. Nothing there. Nothing there. Alright. Next we're going to use the ewfmount command. So basically the same. We're already elevated our privileges, so we can go ahead and use it. So ewfmount. And again, you're going to specify the first EO1 file, EO file. And then you're going to specify where you want the raw image to go. So I'm going to specify the EWF directory again. Alright, just to make sure that it created a raw image file. Just want to see what's in there. And we have the EWF1 file again. Just to make sure that's the file we want, just want to say file and see what it is. Same exact thing. I'm not going to go through calculating the offset again, so since we already know it, so I'm just going to go ahead and mount it again. Alright, and mount it again. And there you have it. And just to unmount it again, just for good measure. Alright, and that's how you mount a physical image. Alright, thanks.